So if you love me, just say so. All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Queen's Room Podcast. And as you can already see, I have some special guests again today. I have Chris and the XD from the XD Podcast. And this is part one. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody probably going to be triggered, probably me, of the cheating episode. But we're going to talk to the men today about their perspective on cheating and being cheated on. So first, fellas, I want to start with, what is your definition of cheating?
My definition of cheating is anything outside of our relationship that you would do with me that you're doing with someone else.
I got to co-sign. That's exactly it for me too. Anything you should be doing with me that you're doing with somebody else, that's cheating.
Okay. For me, anything that you do with another person outside of our relationship that you got to keep a secret, that you got to hide, that if you know you do this, this will make me mad. If you know you do this, you feel like I won't trust you. Anything you know and feel to be wrong or sordid in any way, that's cheating to me. Because it doesn't always have to be physical. You know, because I can go to movies with other people. I have platonic friends of the opposite sex. So the T. I ain't worried about that. I'm not insecure. I don't. And I also, as I've stated in previous conversations, if you play me, it's like playing yourself. So, anything outside of that, in my head, is cheating. Okay.
Agreed.
And the types of cheating I'm going to talk about, I want to focus on today, is the emotional cheating and physical cheating. Because the physical cheating is self-explanatory. It's physical. You touching, you having sex, any type of sex. Because listen, it was just some head. Nah, you can head on out. That's what that was. That's what. We're not doing that.
We don't roll with that eating ain't cheating stuff.
Sure is.
It definitely
is. You're gonna be eating some arsenic. I'm just playing, but I'm just saying. No, because you can still get a disease and bring it back to me. So
absolutely.
Anything, any communal diseases. No. No. Emotional, to me, it's like that texting, because it can get emotional and never get physical. It can. I don't know if anybody's saying it ain't. I'm telling you it can, because we ain't talking about me at the moment, but it can. And that's that, you know, it's a secret conversation, those secret conversations. If you've vented to somebody and you're not venting to me or Jesus or one of your homegirls, it's somebody and y'all have expressed feelings and attraction from one another and y'all talking and y'all say, I love you. Because sometimes, because I said in a previous episode, y'all, I was perpetual go through phoner and finding that I love you hit hard, hurt more than, you know, physically seeing somebody you with have sex with another person. Because I've been there too. And I don't, because you want to commit murder both times. But I think one would be like manslaughter and the other one would be second degree. So it's different. It's different.
For sure, I feel that.
So I'm gonna start with Ed first. We want story time of a cheating and or a cheated on experience. Because I'm gonna go somewhere after that.
So who do you want to start with?
Yeah, Ed, the XD. I want to start with you first.
Okay. Now, physical cheating, I have never done.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional cheating, I've been down that road a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
It's a BS reasoning because I'm in a relationship, so it's BS. But my
Mm-hmm.
reasoning was my relationship wasn't giving me time as far as communication or availability to speak on where I was at. So there's always there that female friend that's willing to, so what's going on, and willing to listen and willing to encourage you. So I tend to go that route a lot. So that's my physical cheating I have done. I can admit that. Now, actual cheating, I cheated in my high school years. I was dating two women.
That don't count. I'm gonna tell y'all why that don't count. Because somebody gonna say it counts.
Okay, how does it count?
It don't count because you're not grown. You don't have grown thoughts and grown responsibilities. You in high school. If you over 8,
so
if you're a minor, that's minor.
If high school doesn't count.
If
high school doesn't count, I never cheated outside of emotional.
Black men don't cheat anyway. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Lies.
Outside the emotional cheating, I've never been physical cheating. Now I've been cheated on. I was in a relationship where my spouse was cheating on me with someone, but that person was cheating on her with 2 other people. So it was really messy.
Yeah, he had a whole harem that she was part of.
So I know the sting of realizing you being cheated on.
Yeah. So how did you find out?
I found out by the person she was cheating with. His wife texted me on Facebook and told.
Let me tell you something. It's something that adds a little seasoning to it when you find out for somebody outside of your relationship.
Exactly.
And fellas, if you don't know, this is why what women mean by, if you're gonna cheat, at least don't make me look stupid, because now that person knows. Ain't no telling who she done told. Now everybody know my business.
And looking at you sideways.
And everybody feel like I'm boo-boo the fool.
Yep.
On top of the betrayal and the pain, now I gotta look like a clown. Okay.
Right. So with that, I found out the only reason, because I went and confronted her about it and she told me. But the only reason she told me was because she found out that he was cheating on her with someone else. So these 2 people got together, found out that they were being cheated on, and they were messing with the same man. So then they were going to confront him. They put his business out. It was messy.
That sounds like goulash, like a mess of stuff. Mess of beef. Just a mess. It's a mess. Now, did you forgive this person? Well, you obviously single now, but then did you forgive them? Like, what happened after that?
Oh, I forgave, but I forgave and moved on. Like, I feel like once you cheat on me on that level of disrespect, of embarrassment, I can't trust a single word you say.
I'm trying to tell you, once you lie one time.
Because the thing like this that you mentioned, people don't consider, when you go around messing with multiple people, you don't know who those people are messing with.
Right.
So you bring something back, you could potentially kill me, which would take me away from my children, which that ain't cool.
Right.
Because you're not considering the responsibility of your actions, because you're just doing whatever you want to do to make you happy. So I forgave, moved forward, and this may be cold, like that. He could die today, I would not care.
Hey, sometimes it be like that. Be like that. I'm gonna go last. Chris, you're up.
All right, so now I'm blessed. I haven't had that level of experience with it. Um, I would say personally, I used to be proud of saying that I've never cheated. Like that was like always just kind of a pride point for me. But then like I get a little bit older, I get a little bit wiser, and I start to realize like, what am I getting clout for? Like, why am I getting stripes for this? You know, that's just how I feel. Like, so I've never physically cheated. I've never really gone in the emotional direction. I mean, I've started down that road. There's been times like you and your partner butt heads or whatever, and so and so, down the road is, willing to be that listening ear for you. So you start to kind of drift a little bit, but I've never gone all that route. As far as being cheated on, I mean, yeah, not to the serious degree, but there's one relationship in particular I had a number of years ago. I was dating a young lady who had a young child, and it didn't work out with the father of her child, and he was just off doing his own thing and didn't care about her. He wasn't trying to put anything back together, whatever. So I meet her, we start a relationship, we, happy. And then he come back around talking about I want my family back and I really love her. I didn't know what I had and this and that. And next thing I know, she running off with him and, doing what they do. So, I mean, that's where I've been. Like, it hasn't been to the extreme of like what some people have gone through. I realize that, but, I do have a little bit of experience in that.
Yeah. It's still the betrayal part though, because people don't understand you can be with somebody and still not understand the depth of what they've been through before, or how they've been treated before, or how they've been treated in general, and their nature versus nurture and how they've grown up. So we can all look at betrayal a certain way and it can do a certain thing to us. And then the vulnerability it takes to be in a relationship and to be open and tell everybody everything about you and then give them yourself physically and you do all of this. You do all of this for a person, and then boom, when they cheat, it automatically feels like my everything is not enough. And they'll tell you stuff like,
absolutely,
and I quote, "It's not you." Hold on, my eye started twitching. It's not you. Well, apparently it's not. I learned now in life that it's not me. But
at the time, it don't feel like it.
Yeah, not then, because you already hurt. So for me, I have been a cheater, and I had to think about physical and emotional. And I said, if you're a minor, it's minor. So to think about how old I was when this occurred. I was on the cusp of being an adult. I'll just say that. So we'll use that.
Okay.
And I was with somebody for 3 years, I think. They cheated on me numerous times, and I never did it back because
How'd you find out?
I'm gonna go through phoner. Now, the one time, this is how I started going through phones. This is a crazy story. There's no reasoning behind it, like you said, but this is what happened. I'm using their phone because my phone is dead. Okay, and this is actually how I caught my ex-spouse cheating. Because my phone was dead and I needed a phone. Use their phone. And this is, now that I think about it, ain't that how they come full circle? Hold on, I'm about to tell y'all about that. So I'm using their phone and some boobies. It's the screensaver. I'm like, I'm like the phone, like who's that's my face. So I'm just using an example, y'all. Who's boobies is? Them ain't yours.
Them ain't yours. Huh.
And this is the crazy part. I had to look at them like, no, of course not. I would have noticed if they were mine or not. I know what my own look like. Like, and it turned out to be, at the time, my stepsisters.
Oh, dear.
So that was
Oh
one.
dear.
That was one of the times, and everybody knew but me, because everybody like leave this person alone, leave this dude alone, da da da. Because we dated in high school and out of high school, like out into our first year of college and everything. That's my stepsister. Everybody knew but me, and I mean everybody knew, but me.
Wow.
And the family didn't say nothing because they've known me for 3-4 years. They didn't say nothing. So they bringing me around and then bringing that person around. And everybody know our parents just got married. So that was
The audacity.
if anybody had the audacity, it's these niggas. Anyway, that's a popular saying of mine. Don't worry about it. So that was one time. Another time was the girl called me.
Oh.
But she had me on, she told me, she said, put your phone on mute. I'm like, who is this? She just said, put your phone on mute. And I'm like, I guess. So I'm just on the phone and I hear who I'm supposed to be dating. Now, mind you, at this point, with my sister thing, there was no sexual activity. And I say sexual activity because any type of sex is sex in my head. So sexual activity.
Right.
Because the story I'm telling now is actually the first time. The other one was the last time, because that's my stepsister, dude. The girl called me on the phone, say, put your phone on me. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I proceed to hear the dude I'm talking to just talking shit about me to a stranger. And that's another thing. Don't do that. If you're going to cheat, if you're going to do dirt, don't bring me into it. Because I'm already in it because I'm attached to you. But don't be in there telling who you're trying to get with all of my business. Oh, she cheated on me first anyway. I did not. And to this day, I can't get this person to believe that I never did. Because I was about to, and doing it is two different things. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
So technically I did, but I didn't. Because I was like, I know I can't do this. So nothing happened. But some things had to occur before that came to that point. So, and it was a girl before that. So it was so many girls that I'm having a hard time of trying to put them in order. Because now that I think about it, it was stepsister, the chick who lied, said she was pregnant, 3-way girl, the girl who was at your house when I came over. It was just, and I just kept going back. But here's why. Because I'm already preoccupied. After the first instance, I found somebody who I didn't really want to let go to begin with. Like, we had a hard time letting each other go.
Okay. Yeah.
And we continued our conversations. We continued our talk. We continued to say, I love you. We continued to. And the only reason that stopped is because he got married. And that's something I don't play with. He got married fresh out of high school.
Wow.
And once that happened, I was like, I'm good. I'm done. I can't. Then they had kids. I was like, oh, you married now? You don't exist. I love it with my whole heart. But things come full circle because that's Bay now. See, this is 20 years ago. I'm old.
All right.
Because we was young when we met, and it lasted a long time. I've been a serial monogamous since the dawn of relationships for me.
Only way to be.
But then, so once that happened, that put me on to like the emotional cheating, because once he found out that was happening, it was like he was more hurt than I was, and he physically cheated numerous times. And I was never caught. I told on myself because I felt guilty. But a part of me was angry because how you mad? How are you mad? After 4 times, this one time, because I never expected you to do me like that. Well, I didn't expect you to do it the first time, the second time. I should have been expecting it the third or the fourth, but I wasn't.
And see, he said something important right there, not to cut you off, but
Mm.
I wasn't expecting you to do me like that.
Yeah, and the way he said me, like I wasn't expecting you.
Hmm.
Because in my head, if you think so highly of me, to think that I wouldn't do that, where was
Why
that
would you do
thought
it to
of
me?
me when you was out with 1, 2, 3, 4 girls? Where was it at then? I had
Right.
so much respect for you. No, you didn't. You didn't have respect 1 through 4 times. You didn't put no respect on my name none of them times. Especially not the time where you telling the girl why you don't like me no more. But you wouldn't leave me alone.
Mm.
So leave me alone then. I was saying I've been an emotional cheater. I have been an emotional cheater more times. See why I'm always telling my business. I've been an emotional cheater multiple times.
Hmm.
Multiple times. I got to think about them. It's multiple times. And it's usually in a time where I go to my partner or I try to go to my partner. Like again, like XD said, ain't no reasoning for this, but I go to my partner multiple times. We need to talk. I don't feel like I can talk to you. I wrote a whole poem about this. Like, I love you. My heart feels at home with you, but I don't feel like I can express myself or talk. You don't listen. When I try to tell you about how I feel, all I get is that you shouldn't feel that way. That's it. That's all you got for me. But if they have an issue, I have to be Iyanla Vanzant, Oprah, Dr. Phil, Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, everything. You see, but I can't get that back in return. And I was just like, oh, that's just how they is. And I'm just like, that doesn't work for how relationships work. And for some reason, I was told, I don't know if it's true, but I've had experience with it. When you in a relationship and you start to look like you're happy, people fall out of the sky. Well, none of these people was around when you were single. They just fall down, just everywhere, just from all sides. It's people. And it's always somebody there to be the listening ear. So I always had that little extracurricular person talk to, and they would be real good at it too. They would never say, oh, leave him, leave her. They shouldn't be treating you like this. They just listen. They'll say stuff like, you deserve better. I don't know why they don't ever say stuff like, you deserve me. They're real sly with it.
Right.
But it stayed there. That one instance was the only time the emotional was about to become physical.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, I just thought about something. I know why he was so mad for real. Because we had never done anything at all yet at that point. And not only, don't do me like that, XD. Not only am I emotionally cheating, I'm about to physically cheat with somebody, and I ain't even did anything with you yet. And it was like 8 months into the relationship, and we ain't. But this other
hold on, rewind that. 8 months into the relationship.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Mm-mm.
Was this agreed upon at the beginning of the relationship?
Mm-mm. We was young, but like 18, 19.
Okay.
But you gotta understand, from episode 2, I talked about, I had this thing about being touched. And that's because I had been assaulted previously. So I didn't want to be touched. Even if I have feelings for you, I was uncomfortable being touched, uncomfortable doing certain things because I just, yeah. But at that, I was comfortable enough. This person here, girls and guys and men and women all have that person or people, they be like, that person right there, they can get it. And unfortunately, it was not the person I was in a relationship with. it was this other person.
Understand that too. Yeah.
I almost, but so that they was hurt. They was hurt from that. They still talk about that to this day because I try to be cool with the person, but I have a lot of people on the block list because they don't know how to talk to me appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, no. So the emotional thing, yes, plenty of times. And it's always me trying to fill in the gap of my relationship with something when I probably should just leave that person alone. Leave both people alone or pick one over the other.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you building a bear person. I got this in you, and I got this in you, and I got this in you. And a roster. And I did have a roster from ages, how old am I? I did have a roster from ages 16 to 20. I had a person that knew how to do this. I know the person that do this. This person I go to the movies with. This is the food guy. I'm sorry, ladies, I'm telling business. This is the food guy. This is the person who fixes things. This is the black nerd because I'm a nerd. So I have
Go ahead, put that game out there. We need to hear this.
I've been cheated on in, like, one of these people is gonna say that they never cheated on me, but they emotionally cheated on me, as far as I'm concerned, because you told this person my business, because I seen you telling my business because I went through your phone. But that person is the only time I went through a phone and didn't react. Person I'm dealing with now is the only person phone I ain't never been in. I don't want to go in. I don't need to go in because we already had a discussion. I just said, don't play me, just play yourself.
Right.
That's what you want to do.
That brings up an important question, though. If you go through my phone and find something, should I be responsible for what you find if you went through my phone? Because you're not supposed to go through my phone in the first place.
Yes and no. Because in our heads, I am recovered. You know, I don't even think about it. But I fully trust this person. I never fully trusted other these people. And one of these people was somebody I was married to. We was together for 9 years. And I went through every phone there was. They got mad and broke one of the phones when I went through something and then blamed me because they broke their own phone. I'm trying to sleep. The phone is in between us in the bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. Every hour the phone is going off. And we both had Droid, so they made that Droid noise.
Oh, yep.
Then you wake up, put it on vibrate. It's vibrate. The green light just flashing. Ain't no indicator light for messages on iPhone. This is Android, so it's just going off. I'm like, I'm already an insomniac at this point. I was. What is this? What's happening here? So I picked the phone up. Of course, I got your code.
Mm-hmm.
I got your code. So,
like, and if you know you got something to hide, why would you even give that out? Is my question. But
you wanted me to find it. This is my reasoning. Then you wanted me to find it.
Yeah.
So I came to visit you on your birthday. Okay. So, and that was, I love you. I know you with her, so I got to leave you alone, but I miss talking to you today. And so you know about me. You know about me. You don't care. But I couldn't fault her too much because I've been there too. I can talk about that too. I've been the extracurricular person. I've been her.
Okay, gotcha.
And the reason I've been her is because in both instances, twice, both instances, I knew the person first. So I was on my Ray J shit. Like I knew him first.
Okay, yeah.
I knew him first. So I didn't. But now I'm just like, that's crazy. And I was just thinking right now, like I was out here, but not out here, but not out here. Because nothing really was ever physical. Wait a minute. That one of the two was physical.
Okay.
It was strictly physical. We went from being in a relationship to being friends with benefits, but they had a whole other relationship over here. And I would sit there sometimes and listen to them talking on the phone to their girl. My feet in their lap, watching TV. And I'm just thinking about that now, like, yo, you was mad disrespectful. Wow.
Okay, here's my question. In that mode, are you sitting there listening to this person talk to the other person, knowing that what you're doing is wrong, but it's what you want to do? Do you ever think like, wow, I'm really hurting this other person?
No, because she didn't know. She just thought we was friends. She knew we used to date, and that me and one of their family members is like one of my best friends. And because here's the thing, the families always love me. That's how I knew it wasn't gonna work with my ex-wife, because that is the only family that didn't like me. But the families usually love me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that girlfriend that was like, I thought y'all was gonna get married. I still hear that to this day about this person.
Wow.
I thought y'all, nah, we wasn't, because they was a hoe. They still a hoe. They still a hoe. But I ain't gonna say their name because they got whole ass now, but they still a hoe. In that moment, no. Because like I said, from 16 to 20, and I think I was 18 or 19 then, I had a roster, so he was just another person on my list for me. But he was the only person on the list I was physical with. So that's what he was to me, like the physical need. That's it. Everybody else had their roles to play. And once I got what I needed, I would leave.
So you were like, I can't wait till you hang up this phone so we can get physical.
No, we was already done at that point. I was just getting
wow.
I'm sorry. This is terrible. Terrible.
Hey, this is real talk though.
Oh my Lord. And then I believe in karma, what goes around comes around. So when stuff started happening later in life, I was like, that was for this, that was for this, that was for that. I had an instance where the person I married was previously dating my ex-best friend at the time. My ex-best friend cheated on them, and I had just got cheated on by the person I was friends with benefits with. Because we had got back together eventually, and then cheating on me, and I was just like, I'm over it now. I'm tired of it. It's been 3-4 years of this. I'm too young to be this stressed out. You know, this is what men and women say. If I drop out my holes for you, I cleared the whole team. Cleared the whole team. You understand the work it takes to build a team? I cleared the whole team.
See? All or nothing.
And it was nothing. That's what it was. It was nothing. So I cleared the whole team for this person, and then.
And here we go.
Yeah. So that part. I was cheated on by my ex-wife multiple times, emotional and physical.
Wow.
The one that hurt
How'd you find out?
Phone. One of the times was in front of me. I saw with my own eyes.
Okay, I'm sorry. You got to land there for a second, and like I need some context because.
Yeah.
A friend of theirs had passed away. One of their best friends died.
Don't tell me it was at the funeral.
It was after the memorial. Because their first love was there, and we was all in the room drinking, partying, celebrating the person's life, this, that, and the third. And I fell asleep in one bed with this person. Woke up. I wake up and look over, and they are literally cuddled together. Like I'm not right here. It's a double bed in a hotel room. Then on the ride back home, we had to ride back home together. They sat next to each other in the back seat and slept on each other's. Then they broke up with me. Or we took a break. And during our break is when the other phone thing happened with a whole another person with the I love you and I know she's there right now and sleep and da-da-da-da. Because during our break, we were supposed to reassess our relationship. Because at that point, we had to get together 4 or 5 years. We was together for 9, okay? We had been on a break for 8 months, but during the break, they had a whole nother person. And that turned into me being in a relationship in a poly situation.
So they out here running filler episodes.
Listen. And I ended up being in a poly relationship for like a year and a half. A lot of my family and stuff don't even know that, but they're probably gonna know now.
Hey.
That was terrible. That was probably the worst year and a half of my life. I probably felt the worst about myself ever in that whole situation because I'm like, why am I doing this? What about you is that broken that you need? What, you don't need nobody this bad? Well, my thing is I was here first. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to stick it out because people don't ever stick out relationships no more. I'm a ride or die. Yeah.
Thug it out like great-great-granddaddy.
But we wasn't married though. So what am I doing this for?
Exactly.
What we don't have no children or nothing. So I'm gonna say that to say. So that was that. And then after we got married, it was the phone. I caught them with the phone. My phone was dead. I needed to use their phone. A picture comes up while I'm dialing the phone. See, I didn't even go through this phone. The phone came to me. I am using the phone. I am dialing. You got a photo from WhatsApp. Why this person not texting your regular phone anyway? And since when do we have WhatsApp on our phone? That means you're trying to keep it a secret. This person didn't know about me though. And I let her know about us by sending her pictured wedding photos because I was petty and angry. It's only the second time in life where I've ever contemplated killing another human being because I was that angry. My whole family was there. We was on our way to family vacation. And so I had just found out my grandfather was terminal. So all of this happening in the same days, 2 days. Then we got to drive to Myrtle Beach. We arguing every day on vacation till I finally was like, fuck it, and threw my wedding ring out the window. And flushed stairs down the toilet. And I was like, whatever it is, what it is, I will be straight because I'm me. And I was straight because 2 months after that, I was already in another relationship. 3 months after that, my grandfather, 4 months after that, my grandfather died. Like he died. Because we found out he was sick in February. He died in August. That's how quick that was. He died. I left for his funeral and never came back. I left everything I owned. I didn't care. You can have it. I bought it anyway because I was the only one working at the time. Well, for the past 4 or 5 years, I was the only one working. So you can have all of it. I bought it anyway. I will buy new stuff. You don't want me? I'm gone. That's how I am. In the relationship after that, it was basically the person I was with 2.0. They dumped me to be with a 19-year-old unstable person. And that was hell on earth to them. Oddly enough. Oh, that's a whole nother episode. I could have 90 million episodes of story times. I am still cool with all these people.
Wow.
Like, I don't think that could be me.
Well, my ex-wife, we didn't talk for a long time. once I got in a new relationship. We didn't talk for like a year and a half. We was
Mm-hmm.
we don't talk that often now. We used to call each other Bexties, like best friend and ex.
Gotcha.
Because we spent 9 years together. I don't hate her. First of all, I don't hate anybody. You know, we was family. Our families merged. We got family photos. She hanging up in my kitchen right now and pictures that my granddaddy in, so they're gonna stay up because she ended up with my granddaddy.
Right.
We don't talk every other day like that. We're cool. There's respect. We respect each other more now than we did when we was in a relationship together. Sure. The dude in the beginning that was a friends with benefits. He's married now. We amicable. I say that.
Okay.
The person I dated after my ex-wife, we cool. We actually do business together. I help her with her business. We straight. Like it was a minute though, like a whole year and a half. We did not talk at all because I gotta get over some stuff first and get myself together first, and then we were cool.
Right.
Like, and in those instances, everybody was like, "You never really did anything to me," right? Because I didn't. Y'all did the things to me, but I am very forgiving.
But was it to you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Some of the stuff. Yeah, I just didn't go.
Because when I hear people talk about cheating, they say they weren't really cheating as in to hurt the other person. It's just they were going after what they wanted. Because I look at cheating, when you're realistically looking at cheating, it's a selfish act.
Mm-hmm.
Because you make a connection, or you make this agreement that you're going to be with someone. Mm-hmm. So that will put that person in a position to be 100 and faithful to you. But then somewhere down the line, you get to this point where that person isn't enough for what you want. So rather than letting them go, you say, well, I'm going to keep them on board, but I'm going to start looking elsewhere.
Yeah. I have this thing now where I say, this is what happened with my ex, the last person I dated before who I'm dating now. I told them, if you want to cheat on me, because that's my one, I don't have a lot of deal breakers, but that's it. That right there. If you cheat on me, you might as well just break up with me.
Right.
Just break up with me. And that's exactly what she did. And I was pissed. Because I thought in my head it wouldn't feel as bad as being cheated on. No, you're literally leaving me for this person. So in my head, you had to emotionally cheat because 5 days after we broke up, you already chilling with them and at their house and making and kissing and going on dates. So you've been emotionally cheating this whole time.
Right.
I'm like, soon as you look at a person, like, I gotta have her, let me go. Because if you're the type of person to try to pursue every person you see just because you want them, you can't date me. You can't date me.
No.
I don't like that. It is not even, back then I was insecure. It ain't even about being insecure now. I just see just the foresight I have. Okay, you like them like that. You keep talking about them because this happened with this person. You made a comment about how beautiful they was while I'm sitting in the car and you just kept going on and on. We're not in the car alone. Everybody in the car know we together. And I make the comment and I say, you don't see me sitting right here. And I got full on cussed out. Like full cussed out. In the car full of people. I said, oh no, you got something going on with this girl. Right. I never cheated on you, even though you think I did. You talking about physically. You was already gone with this girl in your head. You was already, and using my car to do it.
Oh no.
I come into relationships with everything that I have already. Meaning everything I have, I've earned, I've worked for, is mine. I bought it, I paid for it. That's just me. And I usually end up in relationships where I got to help somebody else get back on their feet.
Help somebody get theirs, yep.
And I helped you do that. And I never bring up what I did for somebody. I know what I did for you, and that's what pisses me off when I get cheated on, because usually I get cheated on with somebody else that got help. If I'm helping you, you can't help them. You think I'm supposed to help them? No. Because at this point, you're using my money to help them. Nah, fam. Flag on the play, violation. Violation.
Like, that's negative.
Yeah, I gotta. We're back. Okay, I think I left off, folks, on don't cheat on me, just break up with me. And somebody did that, and I was mad, and it took me a whole year and a half to realize I said to do that. I said to do that. You did what I told you to do. That helped me. Because my next point is forgiving cheaters.
Yeah.
I do that. But unlike the XD over here, I forgave and stayed.
All I'm going to say, forgiveness and second chance are two different things.
Yes. Hallelujah, Jesus.
Very, very different things.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can forgive you, but you can stay over there.
I can forgive you, but I didn't throw it into the sea of forgetfulness.
I'm kind of the same way.
But I had to forgive for real, because I wasn't really forgiving. I was just like, all right, okay, it's cool. I'll get over it. We'll get over it. We can make it through this, because I just want to be with you that bad for whatever reason at the time. And it wasn't real forgiveness, because I didn't forgive until years later, because I was bitter. And I didn't even realize I was bitter. I didn't realize I was bitter.
Define bitter, though. Because I want to see, and the reason I asked that, because I want to see if I truly forgive for myself. Because the way I look at forgiveness is, you know what? You did this. I don't wish anything on you, bad on you. And just that out of sight, out of mind, like you just don't matter to me. And I move on with my life. You move on with yours. You happy, that's good for you. I'm just going to do my own thing.
I was angry at their happiness, because you just broke my heart.
Right.
I'm supposed to be the bigger person and be like, I'm happy. No, I'm not happy for you. I hope you catch on fire randomly. Spontaneous combustion every time you lie. You would be burned to pieces. And it wasn't even jealousy. It was just, I didn't want to be that person. I didn't want to be with that person. I've never told anybody I hate them, but I told them, the last person I dated, that I hate you. Like I said, you were successful at making me hate somebody for the first time ever in my life. I hope you're proud. And later on, they told me they was proud that they got me to the point where I could hate them, which put another dent in us trying to become friends again. But we straight now. We rock heavy. I mean, not really rock heavy, but I don't have no bad blood. I still had like, I hope everything you do fail.
Yeah.
You going through, and I wasn't going through. I was prospering and flourishing and blessed immensely. And they was going through hell, and I was like, I gloated in it. I took pleasure in it. I took joy in it. I was very much on some, that's what the fuck you get. That's how I felt. That's what you get. You deserved all of that.
It'd be like
when you do stuff like that to me. This was me on the inside all the time. Just that was it. And then I got humbled, because that's what God will do to you.
Right.
Sat me right down. You know, at the church they'll sit you down. It's different when the Lord sits you down.
Yep.
See, that's the thing. Like,
Get up.
I don't have ill feelings. Like, I don't wish nothing bad, because in my situation, anything bad happens to my ex, it affects my kids.
Right.
So I don't need anything bad happening to you. But I need you and everything that you're doing to be as far away from me as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around it.
To me, that's not bitter. That's just, I have the right, and every human has the right to not want to be bothered with certain people if I don't have to. I have enough interaction with you as needed for the children. That's
Right.
it. Like we don't have to be buddy. We can speak, because I think for me, I had a skewed perception of what forgiveness is. I'm thinking you forgive them, so everything goes back. No, I forgive you, but like my pastor said, stay over there.
Exactly.
Stay over there. I can forgive you from here. I don't need you in my space. And that's when I started episode 4, y'all. Ghosting people to kind of help
Gotcha.
me. It's a
Mhm.
selfish thing to help me so that I don't become bitter. But I was bitter because it was the how can you do this to me type of thing. Like me.
Like, what did I do to you to bring this on?
And you knew what I had just because this is right after being with the person who, you know,
Mhm.
cheated on me during my ex-wife. So that was right after that. So you heard all the stories. You wanted to know what I've been through. And I learned, for future reference, ladies, and men too, do not tell the person that you're currently pursuing or dating every single thing the last person put you through, because most times, not all the time, but most of the time, I feel like it's an interview for how far they can push your limits.
I feel that. Yeah.
Because I have stayed in situations in the name of love because I love you. No, I thought love was long suffering. That applies to marriage. We wasn't married yet. What am I suffering for?
Mm-mm.
What am I doing? You doing this because you want to. Which brings me to my next point, which was the reasons I got for being cheated on and the reasons I was an emotional cheater.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and go first. So one of the reasons I'll just tell you the reasons as they was told to me. I put my right hand up. I'm not making none of these reasons up. These are actual things people actually said to me. If they don't make sense to people, I'm sorry, but they were said to me and it didn't make sense to me either. My favorite one was, you're not my type. You're not what I usually go for. So you cheated on me with your type. And it was
But we in this relationship.
I wasn't your type when you started talking to me.
Right.
And you were pursuing me. So why? Because you're a good woman. Okay, but if I don't look like anything you like, you're attracted to the inside of me, and that's not enough because you're a person who needs the physical and emotional attraction. I don't need the physical at first. I just need the emotional at first, because if I don't have feelings for you, you're not attractive most of the time.
True.
Because you can be a 5, right? But if you're funny, you got a sense of humor, you like what I like, and I started to become attracted to those, and it'll take you to a 10. It'll take you to a 10.
Yeah, you can get there real quick.
It'll carry the 1. It will carry you. But if you a 10 on the outside and you open your mouth and the things that come out of it
Put you at a 5.
put you at a -2. Let me tell you something.
I was trying to give him credit, but yeah.
Listen, I curse a little bit. I do a little bit of ratchet things because I'm a sophisticated, bougie, ratchet chick. Let's just leave it. That's just me. I'm comfortable with that. I'm cool with that. That's just how I am. But I don't like too much of none of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think you better than me. But I know for a fact that you're not smarter than me. And that's more important to me than the financial stuff, because I can get the paper on my own.
Right.
I don't need nobody for that. Now, it's nice. Let me say that. It's nice. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement.
See, you just made me think about mine.
What?
Why I emotionally cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my thing. Like if I were talking to my partner or my girl, whoever, and I say I'm dealing with something, and I feel like they shut me off,
Mm-hmm.
or they decline me their time in any type of way,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're blocking me, so I need to go find somebody else to handle what you don't want to take
Mm.
responsibility for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because for me, like if I'm talking to somebody, I'm going to make time for them.
Yes.
Even if I can't be there, I'm going to suggest something else to make sure that they know that I'm with them 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going through something, I'm like, I just want some company or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and they decline me, I will tend to go try to find it somewhere else.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I put that on the list as that's usually my main reason for emotional cheating. Why I would
Mm-hmm.
do it is because I can literally, people say it's because my sign, I'm into that, but I'm not into that. It's hit and miss for me as far as astrological signs. Some stuff makes sense, some stuff, that's just you. That ain't your sign, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's I'm expressive when I'm writing. I'm expressive when we're doing these podcasts, but when it comes to my feelings and open up and being vulnerable, because how guarded I am of myself now, because guard your heart above all else. I'm real about that thing. I watch. So you gotta watch and you gotta pray. But I'm really watching how you handle me when I tell you. But now I learned, because ain't nobody in mind ready to say, I'm going through something. I need somebody to talk to. It takes a lot for me to get to that point to say it, but I realize I need to say it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say it, you're unresponsive or you too busy. I can understand that to a certain extent. Once or twice. Because I have a dope squad. I have family and stuff I can call on. But when you with somebody, that relationship is different in itself.
Right.
I should be able to talk to you when I need to. Not like to have no frivolous what you doing today because I miss you. I'm going through something. And the first person I think to call about what I'm going through is you.
Mm-hmm. And in an interview, Tyrese said exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
And in our conversations, we usually go back to that. But what he was saying, and I'm not sure I agree 100%. But the reason men cheat is because they're bored. Like if I come to you wanting to have that deep conversation, and you can't say nothing but, here's a plate of food, or my booty big, whatever. Like that's not giving me what I need at that moment.
Right.
Now, I don't 100% agree with all that, but I
Mm-hmm.
do see the point he's getting at, where
Mm-hmm.
if you're in a relationship with that person, they aren't responsible for your happiness. They aren't your therapist, but still there ought to be something they can get.
You're supposed to be the intimate.
And then for me also, when I'm going through something and I request that attention from a woman, it's not always about sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like sometimes that gets thrown out there about men that all we want is sex. That's not all we want. We want peace. Sometimes a woman, even for me especially,
Mm-hmm.
a woman's presence to me is peace.
Yeah, come on, somebody.
Mm-hmm. If we can just chill, we can read a book, watch TV together or something, just her presence brings me peace.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I'd be like, you know what, I just want to, can you just come through? Can we just hang out for a minute? Because when I'm going through, it's stressing me out. I need your presence for that peace.
To even come bring me down.
And if a woman can't do that, okay, now I got to jump on a dating website, Facebook, Twitter, or something to try to find somebody to provide me with that peace that was neglected to come my way.
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of, because me and Manu talked about this, you have to have a certain level of peace already. Because I can call somebody over to be my peace, or to help bring me peace. But if I don't have peace, then I don't recognize what peace look like. I gotta have some form of it. So I have a peace within myself and everything else is going crazy. But I know as soon as I see this person, my shoulder's gonna drop. Everything's right in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the issues, because I've been in long distance relationship before, I'm basically in sort of a long distance relationship thingy right now.
Mm-hmm.
We talk on the phone,
Mhm.
we text, we video call, but that is not the same as being in your presence.
Exactly.
I miss being in his presence because I'm not worried about nothing. And it's doubly important for me. I'm about to say equally, but doubly important for me because I battle anxiety. So I'm quiet. Quiet as my spirit.
Same here.
Quiet as my spirit is just, I'm right. I talk a lot. I know this. Everybody know this. My granddad used to call me radio and all this because he said you talk so much, I'm going to put you on the CB radio. So, and I'll talk to fill up the space of silence because I'm anxious. I don't have to do nothing. I could just sit. We could just sit in the car and I could just have my hand on the back of his neck, not saying nothing, music playing, vibing. That's it. Or I could just sit and you got your legs on me. I'm sitting, we just not doing nothing. And that's the only time I'm okay with not doing anything.
Right.
You remember the Jack in the Box?
Mm-hmm.
You rolling it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, for me, that's how I feel sometimes. Life is going through the job. I got kids. I got bills and everything. And then boom, the Jack in the Box comes out. And for me, that's the presence of a woman that shocks me out of everything that I'm dealing with and gives me something that I can look at. Something I can focus on now.
Positive.
Exactly.
And some women and men. You're not gonna be nobody peace if all you do is raise Cain.
Man.
Huh? If all you do, if I just want to spend time with you, I don't want to argue with you. First of all, I don't like arguing. I am that person, it may be petty or not, that while you're arguing, I'm like this.
Man, I got a story.
Kevin Hart. But are you done though? Are you done now? And my personality, I'm not proud of this, but I'm gonna say this. When you start to yelling and stuff at me and you arguing, I don't like to argue. I always tell people I don't like to argue. This is another reason why I emotionally cheat, is because there are people who just want to debate everything you say. We can't have a regular conversation because me talking about anything that has to do with any kind of feeling, you view it as an attack. So now we arguing. I don't like to argue. So,
or my favorite one, when you with a girl and her great auntie has been married 5 times telling her, oh, you just got to make him mad as much as you can. Just get him angry about everything so you see how he is. Like, no, miss me with that.
No.
That turns a man off. Like,
I swear.
Once women start doing that,
it turns women off too. Real women, because I hate it.
People need to realize when you start doing that, I'm already got a foot out the door.
Basically, yeah.
Because
I'm pushing me into an emotional affair.
And I hate it. If y'all ain't never got into an argument, then y'all ain't. You can disagree. Arguing, you can. There's even a way to fight effectively. Cause me and him done got into a few little disagreements. We ain't ever had a fight, but we also don't unvalidate each other's feelings. Don't do that either. That's another reason why I emotionally cheat. Don't, when I'm expressing my feelings to you, what I don't want to hear. And fellas, what I don't want, no one wants to hear is, you shouldn't feel like that because.
Right.
How the hell you gonna tell me this is what I'm feeling in the moment? I'm just expressing it to you. I'm not asking you how you would have felt in the moment or how you feel in the moment. If I'm venting to you, sometimes I don't want you to say nothing. And people need to realize that sometimes in a relationship, people need to be able to unload on you. but you have to be in the mental and spiritual capacity, really the spiritual capacity to take that, but not hold on to it.
Right.
Because you just then you're just gonna be transferring it back and forth. Don't
Right.
invalidate my feelings. Don't tell me what I should feel and when I should feel it. XD mentioned this a little bit. I don't like being dismissed either.
There it is.
Don't do that. Don't even do that if we friends or associates. Don't. Okay. If you make me feel like I'm not important to you or important enough, because I know, where am I on your priority list?
Exactly.
Because if I'm up here on the priority list and I got you way up here, what I'm going to do is, we ain't necessarily got to break up or anything. I'm just going to put you where I am on your list. If I'm number 17, you number 17. That's the 17th thing I got to today.
Exactly.
So,
how treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly.
Like if you dealing with something, you going through something, and I'm there, I'm trying to help you, and even if I can't help you, I want to be there with you, so you're not fighting it, whatever it is, alone.
Right.
But when I need somebody there, or just need your presence there, and it's an excuse, or no, I can't do it. Okay, that lets me know that when it comes to you, don't put the full 100. I'm only gonna give you 20.
That's what that's remember that 80-20 rule. And I hate that came out. I hate it. They just say that you only gonna get 80% of what you listen here. This is why I say a lot of his movies is toxic. I'm not gonna say his name because we know who we talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She don't want to get sued. She can't afford to get sued by this person.
Right. Even though he just declared a billionaire now.
Right. Right. Don't give him too many hints.
Right.
It's because when that came out, people take everything and run with it. I don't believe that, but then again, I'm a woman of faith, so I don't think God would put me in a relationship with my future husband or whoever where I'm not going to get what I need from that person.
Right.
Because God's going to give it to them or us so that it will be whole. Because God don't give you broken thing. He mends the broken. Understand? He fixes the broken. He restores. He don't give you a broken vessel. He gives you the complete vessel. You bring it to him broken. So I don't rock.
You might break it, but he don't give it broken.
Listen, we'll break it as soon as he hand it to us, give it back to him, he'll fix it again.
Exactly.
That part.
That which leads to so much cheating, though. People only putting a portion of themselves into a relationship, or instead of putting their all into it. And then the crazy part about it is, men and women, we can tell when somebody only giving us half.
Woo!
You can always tell when somebody only giving you half.
Jesus.
And then when you find out, like, oh, you only giving me half of you, and I'm trying to give you all of me. I'm trying to give you everything that you telling me that you want, everything that you shared with me from your past that you didn't receive. I'm trying to be that person and give you everything that you didn't have, and I'm sitting up here only getting a portion.
Woo! I give you the flip side of that.
What Jay-Z said, on to the next one. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move on to the next one.
The other side of that is you've been with somebody and you know that they didn't give you they all, but you see them giving they all to the next person, and the next person be like, that's not enough for me. And I'd be like, oh, honey, I only got a little piece of what you getting, and you complaining? Right. You better be happy you're getting that. But I said, but I just feel like that person understands now, you know, I gave my everything and it wasn't enough. That's how that feels. That's how that feels when that happens. Another reason I heard for cheating was they weren't sexually attracted to me. Now, I've heard that more than once. Again, Why continue to pursue because you're a good woman? You know how many times I got cheated on and the excuse was because you're a good woman? And I still to this day have yet to figure that out.
Like, if I'm so good, why are you cheating on me?
Do you think you don't deserve me because everything you cheating on me with is definitely below me? And we ain't even talking about looks. I'm just talking about in life. Because
in most cases, being just realistic, I'm gonna speak for the men. Sometimes we cheat down. We don't cheat up.
Woo, sometimes
99% of the time, yeah.
Jesus, Jesus.
And sometimes you can look
Fucking
at
my window.
men who, like even men who are married and they cheat on their wives, and then you find out who they're cheating with, and it's like, dude, your wife is so much better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And they get with what they with now, and they're unhappy because they only went for the surface stuff.
Like, out. Because every time when and I'm like, now one of the times when I got left for the young girl, the real young girl, the 19-year-old, who just turned 18 or 19. I said, that girl is beautiful. I ain't gonna hold you. She is beautiful. She is everything you say you looking for, that you say you like. She was a psychopath. So
yeah. The cute ones always are.
See, but here's the thing. You didn't think I was cute. I'm the shit to me. So that's all that matters. In my head, I'm like, she's beautiful, but I'm not comparing her to me. But right. She's beautiful. But what her spirit looking like? Like, I have a friend. To me, she is one of the most beautiful people on planet Earth. Inside and out. I tell her all the time, I see the light of God all over you. And it is a shame what she had to go through. Matter of fact, I got a couple, if I say this honestly, it's 2 friends I got like this. They both single. And I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with people because they bomb. And I don't know if, they take it. I'm so serious, but because I'm their friend, it might be like I'm gassing it. No, that's how I really feel. Like this, the one I'm talking about at the beginning. I ain't gonna say her name either because y'all need to stay in her inbox already. Single people in the hoteps, married men in the hoteps. Something is wrong with y'all. Some of y'all. It ain't never the people you want in your inbox. It's the people who shouldn't be in nobody's inbox in people's inbox. Anywho, that's a whole nother episode. But the most beautiful people I know inside and out. She is one of the most beautiful people I know inside and out. And somebody can look at her and not feel that way about her, but that's how I feel about it. So you go ahead and have that nice looking, crazy person. One of the other times, I didn't see the attraction at all because you with somebody so you feel like you know them, but they cheat on you anyway.
Right.
Aesthetically, I didn't understand the attraction. Mentally, I didn't understand the attraction because it was like dating like, what about this person? Because I'm me. I know I'm smart. I'm cute. I can cook. I can do other things well. I'm trying to figure out, and nobody ever talks about the comparisons that go on once you get cheated on.
Oh, man.
Because even if you're confident and you forgive the person and y'all stay together, those comparisons are the devil because they be in your head. Well, I wonder what is it about this person that what is it that is it something I don't do, or
If I do this different, will they
one of
will
the
they not
reasons
do it
I got
then? Yep.
when I asked that question, one of the the answers I got was because it's not you. And again, I don't know how to feel about that still. And another person told me because it's different. It's something different.
Okay, so they just wanted something besides what they already had.
So yeah, so to me that's like the board excuse. But we hadn't been together long enough for you to be missing nothing, to be wanting something different, as far as I'm concerned. It's only been like a year in.
Maybe it wasn't the actual person. Maybe they were missing the that single life, the hunt. I would say.
Yes.
The
Because
thrill.
sometimes men do miss the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go from, let's say, me and Chris, we're both single men. Let's say that we were those type of men that on the weekend we go out, try to find us a woman and kick it with. Then all of a sudden, out the blue, one of us finds themselves in a relationship.
Mm.
So we stay in the relationship, and then you get to missing, like, man, I kind of miss hanging out with the homie Chris, trying to look for women.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just like, I like my girl and everything, but I miss being out there hunting for, see if I can get the bad one. Because a lot of people, as far as men, we're visible creatures.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I noticed, and I noticed I've done it myself, I don't be like, man, she look good. I be like, man, she thick. Sometimes you look at a woman's figure before you can see her face or anything else. You look, oh, her figure determines if she's bad or not, or she's beautiful or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just all part of the hunt, looking for big game.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you don't have that big game, when you're in a relationship, you tend to cheat and go back and playing.
Mm-hmm. It's a level of maturity, though. But I will tell you, I will let y'all in on something. Women sometimes miss being part of the hunt, too.
Really?
Because how y'all have that, women, and everybody jumped down Ayesha Curry throat about this, but I understood completely what she was saying from being with the same person from age 19 to 28 or 20 to 28, 20 to 29. I don't know. Them years all blurred together, but it's something about, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if I still got it. It's just how far you go with it. It's nice to be complimented by somebody other than your spouse, but that's the quality of a quantity thing for me. It means more from this person. Like somebody told me, you look like you going now. You look like you're really happy. It was nice to hear, but I had this face when they said it. Thank you. It was nice to hear though.
Mm-hmm.
But my man can say something less than that, like a even smaller compliment, but that was better to me. But I still like to know I still got, it's a confidence thing.
Right.
Okay, I still got it. If I want to, I could, but I ain't, because I ain't that type of person. But okay.
Yeah, you see that with the old men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still got it. I may be old when this came, but I still can get them.
I ain't gonna be doing it that old. I can't.
Hey, unless the Lord put me with a woman, I'm gonna be like that. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
I like no. But I realized with myself, because I didn't used to be self-confident. I used to be shy and all of that good stuff. Now I get this being described as being extra, so it is what it is.
I understand. I wasn't getting women until I got older.
So I don't want to get got. I hear this a lot. Hear this a lot. You look mean. I am. Now move. That's the general. Or I put on, if I'm not at work, if I'm not on this camera, if I'm just being by myself, I do have RSB, but not so much now. Now I smile a lot more, but I said this in another video. I smile a lot more now, but we have to wear masks everywhere we go. So
Right.
you don't even see it. It's a mask over it. When the mask was me being me, you know. Anyway, the Lord worked how he worked. Reasons for physical cheating. The reason I almost physical cheated, I will say this. I was not physically attracted to this person I was in this relationship with the whole time we was together. I'm still not. I probably ain't never gonna be. I really don't. But the person, I was always physically attracted to them. It's something about when you short, because I'm short. Okay, I thought I was tall my whole life, but I just realized I'm just taller than the people around me.
Right.
I'm short. I am 5'3" on a good day. And when somebody is a whole foot taller than you, that just adds to their presence alone make me want to be submissive because they're taller than me. So I got to look up. Hallelujah. That's a stereotypical thing for women. That's why a lot of women like tall men, because the person I was in a relationship was anti everything the person that I was physically attracted to. And at the time, I'm trying to see like what was my real reasoning, because it was just more than physical. It was, we understood each other. I felt like I should have been in the relationship with the other person.
Wow.
But I don't know why we broke up or what happened, but I know what happened. We was both some thoughts back then. That's what happened. We both had rosters. That's what happened. And we knew each other had a roster. But you know how in the month you got your star player and team captain, you know. And we took each other out of that spot. And I put somebody else there. Somebody who should have been a towel boy.
The one time that I thought about stepping out, cheating would be physical. I have thought about it. And I've had opportunities.
Everybody say that's what you do. It's not the same. Go ahead.
I had opportunities. I was also, just being real, I was in the room with a woman, door closed. It was one of my good female friends who was attracted to me. I had the opportunity to do it, and I didn't do it because I was trying to be 100 with my marriage, even though my marriage wasn't 100 with me. I didn't do it. But one of the reasons why I was thinking about doing it is because I wasn't getting it at home. And when you don't receive something from someone who you're supposed to receive it from, you get out.
Yep. And I hate to say
Absolutely.
it. People do that. If you're not getting it at home, you will get it somewhere else. People do that, but as an adult, I don't see myself doing that, because I'm just going to straight tell who I'm dealing with, hey, you're not giving me this. I'm not talking to you as much as I like. So either you're going to fix it or you're not. But if you don't,
well, there's another side of that, though.
Realize there's consequences to that.
There's the other side of that, though. And this is for women. Women need to stop weaponizing their body against a man. When you tell a man, oh, you ain't gonna have that, you ain't getting none, or I'm gonna make you wait and stuff like that. There is now, when you tell a man that, there's a clock that goes off. And that's how long he's gonna be faithful until he finds what he's looking for.
I'm clutching my imaginary pearls. I had to write that.
Women weaponize their bodies. You putting your man in a position to go out and look for something else.
Right. Because it's everywhere. Like, why am I sweating over you when I can just go down the road?
Hop on OnlyFans.
You know?
See, here's the thing. What I was talking about was if I tell you this, I want you to fix this small issue and you don't fix it, I'm
Mhm.
not weaponizing my body. I'm just out of there. I'm out of there.
See, I get that, but I'm speaking for the people that are in relationships.
Woo,
When a woman,
yeah.
when the man keep getting, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. Oh, not
Gotta work.
tonight. Yeah, I got to get up in the morning. When you hear so much of those, you start planning on finding another route to getting what you need.
Child, listen. I had to think about have I ever used any of those excuses. I don't think I've used an excuse when I'm in a relationship.
I talk to because what I do with me personally, I use my situation
Mm-hmm.
for other men to make sure they don't go down the road I've been down.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And a lot of them share their testimony and stuff they're going through. And a lot of women are telling their men these things. And then they telling me like, man, she just don't know. I can call her so and so and get everything that I want from her. I can get it from so and so.
Right.
Sometimes it be your girl's friends.
Woo. Or your sister.
Yeah.
Sister. My blood sisters would never. But another thing I will say with men, when we talk like whatever you do to keep a woman, get a woman, keep doing that. I know that it's hard because, like you said, men miss the hunt. Women miss being part of the hunt. So you can still hunt your girl. Because if you I still want to feel desired even though you with me. And a lot of women, like you saying, me and my girls will talk and they'd be like, well, they feel like we together now. So you should know that you're desired because we're together. Oh, I still want to have sex with you. Let's keep it real. Some men will have sex with anything. It ain't got to be alive. They have fleshlights. So that's not, I need something.
That's true.
Something
Sometimes
else.
you got to feed your flesh and whoever ready to give you something to eat.
Listen, I need something else to make this. It's the intimacy that makes me feel like I'm desired. The effort you put into things that makes me feel like I'm desired, not the actual act. So that's the other side of that. I know we're in a relationship, and we've done it before. We're probably gonna keep doing it, but how much effort are you putting into? Because if you make me feel good, you make me laugh, if you have me smiling all day, you ain't got to ask me for nothing. I'm just telling you. Let's go give you a cheat code, fellas. If I've had a great day, and I know you don't like listening to us talk because we talk a lot about a lot of stuff, but if you just catch 2 or 3 of them facts or 2-3 minutes of that gossip, and we feel like you listen, he listening, paying attention. You know, if you sweep something now again, just work, do a little. The hunt changes.
Mm-hmm.
The hunt changes.
Because people change.
So the way you hunt changes. So still hunt me while we're together. So that's why sometimes you'll get, I'm tired. Because if I'm tired, you tired? Your feet hurt, you want me to rub your feet? If I went from tired to feeling relaxed and feeling good. Now you may not get something that night, but you might wake up to it. I'm just saying, like,
okay.
See, because you can't.
That's even better because that morning.
That's what I'm saying.
That morning.
I'm tired. I'm tired right now.
Waking up.
I'm not tired. Let me know that you understand and you're okay with me being tired. Because you know what? He didn't make a big deal out of this. He just held me, just cuddled me, he just rubbed my back, he just rubbed my feet. Let me get him all the way together. Because if I feel appreciated, I will show you a thank you for being appreciated. If I feel like I'm appreciated, let me show you how much I appreciate you too. So that's where, for me, if I say I'm tired, because I don't think I've ever refused nobody I was in a relationship with. I have said I'm tired.
Have you refused them just your presence or your time?
Let me think about that. No.
Because sex, and like I said, a lot of people think like sex is the ultimate thing for a man.
No.
It's part of it, but it's not.
I didn't think about it. No. What I have done is said, if I'm tired, it's been a long day for me. Because most of these people, I've lived with everybody I've ever been in a relationship with except for one person. So it's hard to refuse the space. And we live here. That's another reason why I don't plan on shacking, but I say don't plan on it because, listen. Anyway, one thing I will do is if I'm in a bad mood and you in a bad mood, I can't do anything about your bad mood. I would say, give me a minute. Let me get myself together.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get myself in the right space of mind.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't allow me that, I'm not dismissing you because I don't like being dismissed. I'm being honest with you. I'm communicating with you. Hey, listen. But if you don't give me a second, like, not first thing, don't talk to me first thing in the morning. If I just crack my eyes open, leave me alone for 15 minutes. Leave me alone. If you ain't trying to cuddle or other stuff, leave me alone. We're not about to have a conversation right now. We can talk after. We ain't trying to do other stuff. Because I'm going to just throw another cheat code in there real quick. We like good mornings too. Saying.
All right.
And that's another reason I had to go there so I can go there. It's another reason why I feel like I was about to physically cheat is because the things I'm doing for you and you like them. And I say multiple times, I would like this too. And you don't do. It's somebody begging to, like literally begging to do these things to me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure you're equally yoked in everything, ladies and gentlemen. Whether you do sex before marriage or not, you got to make sure you're equally yoked in that area too, because everything is not all about sex. However, if you're not willing to learn or listen
or perform, and if you even if you can't perform to 100, but make attempts to make it to that 100,
get extra credit, get the study guide. Like, listen, when the teacher giving the lecture, pay attention. You got to pay. If I like something, it's probably a physical or an audible indication that I like it. So pay it. Ooh, that just drive me. Pay attention.
That's what it boiled down to. Just pay attention.
In everything and all of it. Pay attention. Because forgiving a cheater, we just talked about that. Do you feel like, it's the last point we're going to go over today, do you feel like one is worse than the other? The emotional or the physical cheating?
Oh, okay. This is where I heard it's different between men and women.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The emotional part is worse on y'all because they say on women because women get stuck on it.
Mm-hmm.
The physical part doesn't really matter to a man because it's just sex. There's no attachment there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the way I was always told.
Do you feel like do you feel like one is worse than the other, and do you feel like you can forgive one over the other?
As a man, I gotta say the physical is worse because that really involves my pride. And when you start to play with pride, you playing with fire. Because like the emotional side, like, I mean, I think I'm pretty attentive as a person, you know, I'm a good listener, you know, all that. But like you said, that's more central to women in general. But when you talk about the physical, then that's like saying so-and-so was better than you. You ain't good enough compared to this other dude. And, you know, I can forgive the emotional side easy, but the physical side, we gonna have to put some groundwork in.
The physical side might get you thrown out the house.
Right.
And I'm talking about DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince thrown out.
Straight up.
Listen.
The emotional side, though,
Mm-hmm.
that just means that I'm going to have to do a lot more
Right.
to work on that, so you wouldn't have to go down that road. But
I can step my game up, pay attention and all that, but
y'all think you think you could come back? It's easier to come back from.
right. But if you say you like his abs because he got a 6-pack and I'm rocking out the dad body, that's harder. That's rough.
So I'm gonna take it all the way back to when you said most men cheat down.
Okay.
I think when most women decide to cheat, this is gonna sound crazy. When most women decide to cheat, they gotta feel like it's worth it. So I must make it worth it. Like if I'm gonna cheat on the person that I say I love and want to be with, then it gotta be so much stuff about this other person that I'm cheating with that you don't have. So I think, pride probably would get hurt. They're better at you than something because I'm cheating. So, but here's the thing. Most people assume that when women cheat, it's always emotional. It's mostly emotional because I know some women out here, straight savages. And it's just physical for them too. Like they're getting everything they need at home from the other person. The side dude, the side nigga could never compare. That is just the body part. Just the body part.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've had a side nigga. And he was just the body part.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a filling in the gap situation,
Right.
And I wasn't serious with nobody, but there were people who I felt was more important than the other in that time in my life. And that person, like, that was his job on the list. Emotional, far as cheating, is worse for me. I don't know about other women, I'm gonna say for me, than the physical, because in my mind, I have to like somebody and feel a certain type of way about them before anything physical happens. So I'm just assuming that's your thought process when you do it. So it starts with emotional. So now you have these emotions for somebody. It's only a matter of time before it becomes physical. So not only is it physical now, it's emotional too. Oh, so now you really like this lady, because I was going to say something else. So now you really like this person. You really like them. Like y'all go on dates. Y'all talk. Y'all have inside jokes. Y'all have all these little things that's just pertaining to y'all. You basically have a whole nother relationship. Mm-hmm. So that's why the emotional is so upsetting for me, because I don't think I ever had my heart break as much as it did when you see somebody say, I love you too, to somebody who is not you. Ooh, one time I heard it because they was in the bathroom and I was walking by. I love you too. I wanted to break down my bathroom door. I wanted to put hands on somebody. One of them times it got physical because I picked them up by their neck because did you just tell this? You love her? Is that what I heard? Is that what I heard? Are you serious right now? Because all the stuff that was going on in life at that moment. Because I always feel like y'all picked the most inopportune time to cheat. It's the most inopportune time.
It ain't really a right one though, so.
Not. But let somebody be dying in your family that you really care about, or somebody you close to. It's always been or when the wife got cancer. Like, come on. The timing be off. Women will cheat when ain't nothing wrong. And most of the time, women never get caught. We tell on ourselves or somebody snitching. because I had a guy tell me, he said it was the way in which my girl cheated that upset me the most because everything was fine.
Wow.
So he thought everything was fine. She was smiling, happy, and he was just assumed that he was the one who was making her smile and be happy. And when he found out it was another person, that's when.
Makes sense.
When I said, yeah, and now what y'all saying about pride, because I was like, it makes sense, but I don't understand why he's so bad. Because he cheated 4 or 5 times. You cheat one time, and that's the thing I gotta understand. I know, because we were talking about one kind of cheating. Why is it just a pride thing? Like, why is this you could cheat on a girl 19 times, but she cheat on you once in retaliation, and y'all got to break up now? Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's pride. Good. Don't make a lot of sense, but that's pride.
That is just so crazy to me. Like,
yeah.
And then somebody told me because women ain't supposed to be like that. Women ain't supposed to act like that. What I don't want to do is normalize cheating.
Right.
Because it's not okay. It's trifling.
Men shouldn't be like that either.
I have been the girl to say, I don't care if you got a girlfriend. I've said that in my past. Because
I had a woman tell me that before too. She said, I don't mind being the girl on the side.
I didn't say that.
Well, she told me that.
You got a girlfriend. But our conversations is gonna have to change a little bit. I don't want to hear about your girlfriend. I don't want to talk. I'm not gonna ask no questions about her. I'm not gonna be like, what's the difference between I don't need to know her name, because what women do is they're gonna go look her up. They're gonna become their little FBI agents that we all are. CIA, Rebecca Salt type stuff. We just gonna find everything. We're gonna find that girl's social security number. I'm not doing all that. So if you're talking to me and you got a girl, I will just say this. We can be friends. But as soon as you say something inappropriate, I'm like, hey, you got a whole girlfriend. That seemed like a girlfriend conversation. Because one of my male friends last year told me, well, if I do this so-and-so, you should be able to do this for me. I shouldn't be able to do anything for you because I'm your friend. See, what you're asking for is attached to a title that I am not. Now,
there you go.
And then another instance, me and another person, we knew we liked each other, but we both knew at that time we was with somebody. So it was, hey, we need to cut down on our conversations.
Yeah.
Because we both know we like each other. We're going to keep talking, and we're going to keep talking, and something inappropriate always seems to slip out. And when I mean inappropriate, people, I don't mean sexual. I just mean inappropriate.
Yep.
Sexual included, but not just sexual.
Right.
Okay, yep, we need to go. We need to stop talking as much. And I basically told the person, hit me up when you're single. Hit me up again when you're single. And they hit me up again when they were single. And the rest was history. So, hey. Because I don't want to be that girl. Because it changes how you look at other women once you've been that girl.
Right. And like you said, what goes around comes around. And
nobody ever saw it back then. When I say back then, people, I'm 33 years old. I was 19 when this happened. So don't come for me because I ain't her. And no, I condone side chicks or side niggas. But back then, I didn't have a problem because I knew who I was. I knew my role. I played my position. They played their position. But she didn't think, she was not threatened by me at all. She was comfortable with me being around her man. She was comfortable with I would pick her up and I would go get her sometimes for him because I was doing a favor for him, or I would take them to the mall and this, that, and the third, and we would go out together. And then that part of it started to bother me. Like,
Yeah.
you, like I told my son that you trash, you straight trash, because she have no idea what's happening right now. So now when somebody like, I got female friends, I should be like, I got male friends too, but I trust you. I don't know them. That's your friend. But I also had the feeling now that that's none of my business. Until I meet your friend, that ain't none of my business. But I trust now, so that's a whole different other ball game. When you
right. The game done changed.
What was that, Chris?
Said the game done changed.
When you really, I ain't never fully trusted nobody, and I realize that now. When you really trust somebody now, it's a whole bunch of stuff I don't think about. I ain't talked to you all day. I am not worried about where you at or what you doing or where you been. I might miss you. Quarter. I didn't want to be that girl. So team no side chicks, team no cheating, team no side dudes. Cause if you're gonna do that, just stick in the dating part. Don't try to get a relationship. Just date. Just do you.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just do you. Don't be in a relationship though.
Right.
So if you know, like it's been 3 years for me to even consider another relationship. And people be like, yo, man. And I be like, I don't put a name on it. Cause
you ain't ready, you ain't ready.
I'm not interested in nobody else. Don't want to talk to anybody else. Yeah, that's my business though. But this has been part 1, Good Guys of the Cheating. Look out for part 2. That will be me and some ladies on here talking about the women's side of it, because I got some good points, some good, the notes.
Oh, yeah.
Take. Shorthand, it's just some notes. That's the first page, and then it's the other page. Yeah, I got the notes. Some things I just want to go run down real quick. That I thought was interesting with today's episode before we wrap it up is one of them admitted. I didn't say it, ladies. One of them said it. 99% of the time, men cheat down. And I think that's because they know it's not as much work as they would have to do as if the person they're with already. They don't want their cheating to be less work. Whereas women will put in more work to cheat up. That's why it hurts more. Ooh, I just said something right there. We'll put in more work to cheat up. Well, you could have just put in the work in your relationship.
Amen.
Yeah. Men miss being hunters, and women miss being part of the hunt. Don't weaponize your bodies, ladies. Because they don't even need you to be there sometimes. I'm just saying, like, they don't need you. It's all kind of toys and contraptions and whole fake people they can order, blow up or otherwise. So they spending $6,000-$8,000 on a fake person. Okay. We can have all the reasons for cheating in the world, but the bottom line is, I was about to say 9 times out of 10, but really the bottom line is don't cheat. Like, have some self-control. If you want to be with that other person that bad, then don't be in a relationship. Say, hey, can we take our relationship down a notch? Can we be open, or can we go back to not being exclusive? But don't date if you feel like that. Um, I feel like emotional cheating is worse than physical. The men feel like the physical is worse than the emotional.
Mm-hmm.
What else? And there are definitely different forms of cheating. We're gonna dig into that on the next episode with the ladies, and then the season finale, everybody which will be episode 10. I thank y'all for watching this many. It's going to be a panel discussion with men and women. We're gonna close out this cheating thing, and I got some strong personalities coming through. Because I got a strong personality myself, and these ladies, they don't pull. Listen, they're gonna come with it. So I'm gonna need y'all fellas to come with it. I'm gonna have one more guy on there for y'all. One more.
Appreciate it. So we ain't outnumbered.
Right.
Listen, one more. But you're gonna have 3 Black women on here. I don't met nobody on earth yet that can I'm not gonna say out argue, that can out discuss passionately a Black woman. So I'm gonna give y'all some reinforcements. I'm gonna throw y'all a Hail Mary. I'm gonna give y'all another guy on here with his perspective on the whole thing. But this has been another episode of the Queen's Realm podcast. To cheat or not cheat, the cheaters episode. So not to cheat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I thank my special guest, Chris and the XD from the XD podcast. Again, I put all links in the bottom. I don't have many friends merch on today, but I do get these. And I don't know if y'all can see, but I have gold flakes or gold foil in my nails. Shout out to my girl Aisha Kalima, aka Kalima's Colors. Black owned, Black woman business. Yes, indeed. I will put her links and everything down in the description below. And I thank you guys again for being part of another thought-provoking episode.
Always a pleasure.
Learn some things. Until next time, everybody. Peace. I love you.